Hey everyone! The gaming industry is one of the biggest markets today. Studios know what sells and produces concepts to this end. The result is a steady stream of releases that fulfill a high demand. It's rare for developers to try something different. That's what makes bluetwelve Studios' Stray so interesting. Instead of playing as a human, Stray brings players into the paws of a lost feline searching for his home in a world overrun by machines. You could say Stray is a cyberpunk action-adventure puzzle platformer with open-world elements, but in reality, Stray is so much more. What makes Stray special? The main character is unique. While controlling an animal may be nothing new, in this case, the degree of its execution is hard to overstate. The cat's animations are hyper-realistic for one, and its mysterious plot further separates Stray from other animal simulators, a mystery well-suited to our curious feline. Stray also makes creative use of feline behavior to enhance gameplay. To many of us, pawing and scratching at objects may be a source of great trauma, but in Stray, it's a much-needed feature to solve the many challenges that await you in this cyberpunk dystopia. Whether you're knocking a can of paint over to break a sturdy window, opening a new path, or when the cat scratches a door, leading a robot to open it and inspect what's amiss. Of course, there's also a dedicated meow button, which can even be used during cutscenes. The Stray can also take naps in certain areas around the city, scratch sofas, and nuzzle robots, because why not? Robots and exploration. Thankfully, our cat isn't alone in this adventure. Somewhere along the way, he encounters a drone named B-12. The flying drone is much more than just a bizarrely endearing NPC. For the cat, it effectively serves as a kind of interface that translates robot citizens and gives him access to places and regions of the environment that are otherwise inaccessible. The cat can interact with these rather human-like machines in various ways. One robot, aptly named Doc, can modify B-12, giving our cat integral abilities, like what looks to be a UV light capable of fighting Zerks, creepy crawlies who appear in swarms. These guys appear to be the main source of danger and munch on both flesh and metal indiscriminately. Of course, avoiding detection altogether is ideal, and the cat's instinctual stealthiness will help you avoid not just the Zerks, but robot sentries as well. The mystery. Verticality is no challenge for a cat, so players can easily climb trees and traverse rooftops, reaching normally unexplorable areas. So go out there and mark your territory. Only our furry protagonist can uncover the truth of the world's strange circumstances. The only thing is, there is no jump button. Rather, players are prompted to jump upon reaching scalable surfaces. I wouldn't exactly call it a flaw though. Its puzzle elements are apparent, and solving these problems linearly is what puzzles are all about. Speaking of which, everything about this game could just be one giant puzzle. I have so many questions. What happened to all the humans, and how do you explain all the robots in their place? Are there other cats? What year is the game set in? Suffice to say, unveiling this as a Stray is going to be very interesting. In Stray, there are lots of collectibles, some relevant to progressing through the story, others simply letting you learn about this intriguing civilization. This is all stored as data by the cat's sidekick, B-12. Although Stray is not an open-world game, it does seem to be set in a number of vast, open-ended stages. bluetwelve's debut title is played in the third-person perspective and will see players exploring the game's distinct locales and completing quests for a bunch of NPCs that you find around the world as you slowly and steadily advance your greater quest to somehow reach back home. Setting: cyberpunk atmosphere. And the game's Blade Runner-like mood only contributes to its stunning visual aesthetic further. Puddles amidst graffiti-riddled neighborhoods reflect colorful neon lights, painting a gorgeous atmosphere throughout much of your journey. And in a higher-end location, fountains and statues are scattered throughout the somber scene. Robot communities. Robot denizens roam the streets, forming various communities. One such settlement lies in the End Village, a city constructed on junk, which is used for resources by its robot dwellers. For whatever reason, a lot of robots appear to fear cats and flee the scene when the cat is sighted. The soundtrack. Also, Stray's soundtrack is very relaxing and tastefully done. It's memorable, masterfully made, and is sure to make even the dullest moments less of a chore. I'm sure the cat likes it. Probably. Cats are weird after all, but this is the type of jam my cats wouldn't mind listening to. Conclusion. Over time, Stray has steadily gained popularity. Even though Stray is a rather mid budget release, it may prove to be the sleeper pick this year and maybe even the beginning of a new era in gaming. Either way, Stray makes me very optimistic. The gameplay, visuals, premise, and of course, the amazing soundtrack are promising. There's so much it does different from other releases. The lack of an online feature is an ambitious step toward bringing back the great single player experience many of us sorely miss. Ultimately, the developers' aim to convey a unique tale surrounding a lost cat is extremely interesting. The teaser only offered few hints on what to anticipate, foreshadowing the possible revelation of significant lore behind the fate of humanity and so much more. Hopefully, the developers live up to all the hype and don't get led astray. This is Airyhead signing out.